And today's video is just going to be a few short clips of around a walk that I like to do in Wentwood. Out with my two boys this morning, Vesper and Oswey, or Vespasian to give him his full name. Vespasian, if I've not mentioned before, was a Roman emperor, and Oswey is a Celtic name and it means King of Kings, and there was a king in Northumbria called Oswey, so the two names sort of go together where we live. Come on, boys. Oh, hope you can see me okay and hear me okay with that. If not, I'll do a voiceover, but it's not too windy. January 2021. January 2020, bit of a crap year really. Not had as much chance to get out in the outdoors as I wanted to. But hey ho. Vesper, we're going the right way, mate. Come on. There we go. Trying to keep an eye on the camera and two dogs is quite difficult. And breathe as you're going uphill as well. So yes, not had a chance to get out much. This is a very local walk to me. I think the drive maybe it's about 3 minutes, if that. Going to be very muddy. Looking at this, it looks like they've had an issue with 4x4s, which is a bit of a pain. That's Aussie, sorry, that's Vesper. Get a bit confused now. Go on, Vesper. And up on the track you can see Aussie. A little bit of snow still knocking around, although I don't expect much, to be perfectly honest. Come on, Aussie. Come on, Vesper. Come on, boys. That's the dogs playing, showing me the way to get past that horrible muddy patch. Take a few steps back, grab onto a branch, there we go. Going to be a bit of a bounce. Well, let's just have a look at that scenery, eh? Love it. Nothing there, fella. Expecting a puddle, weren't you? Come on, fellas! Come on, good boys. Go on, boys. Let's just have a look over there. That hill that you can see in the distance is called Grey Hill. Oh, a couple of Neolithics, mining works, burial pits perhaps, standing stones, etc. And I live just on the opposite side of that hill, so I can walk up that and walk back down from where I live. And it is possible to leave my cottage, walk up Grey Hill, come down the other side and then straight into Wentwood, which is where I am now. Absolutely fabulous. And the sun's just risen over there. High cloud speed, looking at the clouds at the going above it though. Anyway, where's the boys? There we go. They do love to come out and run around. Ooh. Me again. What I'm probably going to do is try and find somewhere that I can sit down, make sure the dogs are going to be safe, get some breakfast on. I've no idea what I picked up this morning from my box of food. They are wet rations, so basically boiled in the bag. I bought several boxes of ex-army, ex-military rations, so 24 hours worth, and I think there's 10, is it 10 in each? Yeah, 10 in each, so that's 10 days of food. So I bought a couple of boxes, 20 days of food. Loads of stuff inside. I think I've been through it in one of my other videos. Just need to find somewhere, sit down and decide what I picked up, because I certainly didn't have a look at the label when I was deciding what to get. Very muddy. I'm glad there's Ozzy. He does love to explore a little bit more than Vesper does, even at the same age group. See him bouncing across there. Fabulous, guys. Ooh. Oh. Can you see that? Middle of fucking nowhere, and people are still ditching bloody masks. Boils my piss, and I make no apologies for using language like that. Come on, Ozzy! He's in there somewhere. I'll put the camera down, turn it off so I can get him back. Look at that. Can't beat being out early in the morning. But what I did want to bitch about is this. Get your nose out, fella. A bag of dog poo just left. So a partner responsible dog owner has obviously picked the dog poo up, put the bag down and thought, I will just leave it there because, pardon my French, I'm a twat. That goes along with all of the other rubbish that is left out here by inconsiderate people as well. And it's terrible. There's a whole load of other people that do this. Just take you to a few other places, and this is basically, that's the car park. So it's not like that they are miles from anywhere, it's the car park. This is another one. I'll just move the, I've got the dogs on a lead. There you go, another couple of ones. Get out of the way, fella. Come on. I'll let you off. No, I'll let you off when we're in a little bit further away from the main road. Come on. There we go. That's it. And I have no idea why people do this, to be perfectly honest. So there's another set. I thought Ozzy was going to cock his leg there, and here's another set. So if you're a dog walker who comes and walks your dog in Wentwood and you pick the dog's poo up, there's another one, and this is like meters away from the car park. There. People don't collect this. You're doing this and you are basically twats. End of story. Take it back to the car. You're not that far away to walk back. Or if all else fails, use the stick and flick method. Your dog dumps, get a stick and flick it into the undergrowth. Don't just put it in a bag, because those bags will not decompose. They're going to stay there until somebody picks them up. That somebody will probably be me on the way back from this walk. Now let me just turn the camera around. So just to reiterate, if you are the type of dog walker that comes to Wentwood, 30 seconds away from the car park, which is over there, pick your dog's poo up with a plastic bag and just dump it, and you don't take it with you, you're a twat. Sit. Come on. What are you going to do? Sit. 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 Get your bum down. Here we go. Step. Sit. Sit. One word from me and the bum goes, stay. Sit. Stay. Stay. Come on. Good boy. Come on. Come on, Vespa. Come on. Come on, Ponta Paws. So I told you it was a bit muddy, and again the illegal off-road 4x4s have been out, as you can see by the tracks, which makes it an absolute pain in the backside to walk. And I totally appreciate that they want a little bit of fun, but this is just basic vandalism in my possibly considered opinion, because this is a gated forest basically. There are gates at all of the entry points, so to get in you have to literally drive across country, knock a gate down, where we just walked over the road and into it, where I was showing you the dog poo bags. They basically come up over a berm, bypass the gate and they're straight in. Never ending fight. And as you can see, there has been snow here. I was up here yesterday in fact, and there was about 2 inches of snow, and as usual Aussie disappears and comes back a different way. I do like this walk, the dogs like this walk, which is really important for them and their exercise, the big dogs. As you can see, they will run around, sorry I'm going to slip a bit, as you can see they will run around forever if I let them. I'm going to stop soon, find somewhere out of the wind, whoops, and grab some breakfast. And Vespa, if we were going to do a real wild bushcraft camp, we'd do something about that. Right, I'm standing on it. You can't do it? Okay. Right. Let's have a think. What have you got? Your tail wrapped the way around. Steady, Aussie. Not fair. Right. Stay there. Stand and wait. Good boy. Another one. Good. So one of the problems with having long-haired dogs like that is that anything can get stuck in their fur. So those two are beaded collies, and they need maybe half an hour, an hour's grooming per day just to keep the major knots down. warm jacket. The jacket is basically ex-military. It's I can't really remember what it is. It's let's have a look. Jacket, thermal, reversible, olive on one side, sand on the other. It's the jacket I would use in damp conditions. I have a down jacket that you will have seen, a blue down jacket, excuse me, that I would use when it's very dry. This is when it's damp. The down is absolutely horrendous when it gets wet. This can get wet, still keep me warm. And if I'm out and about in the woods like this, this is a bit of an easier jacket to use. So I have 2 meals to cook, and I'm going to cook them 2 different ways. I've got the cook set, and this is the cook set I would use for my 2-man or 2-person, I should say, trips, even though there's only me. Put that in there. Put that to one side. So titanium pot, gas canister stand. Let's take everything out. And because it's in the 2-person mugs, I have 2 cups. Put that back in there, and in the pot of sugar, coffee and tea bags in here. And if you can hear some noise in the background, it's just the 2 boys having a little bit of a play around and having a search around. So I always carry hot drinks in my brew kit. I have, this is the cheap eBay stove with an electric lighter. So let's put these together. This just gives a little bit of added stability onto the ground. There we go. Just clips on, screws on, check it. That's the boys playing again. It's because they're tied up. They're going to need at least an hour's grooming each by the time we finish this. So, move them out. Stop that now! Good. So the first meal we have, that I just picked up in the dark, is spicy vegetable rigatoni. So, fabulous. Army rations, but these are just very much like the boil in the bag Wayfarer kind of stuff. Big tip, turn them upside down. Squeeze the food down to the bottom of the pouch, and you know it's upside down because you've got a little tab where you tear it off. There is a reason for this. And just fold it up towards the bottom. Now the reason you do that is that when you open it, you can hold it like that and you're not having to get your spoon and your hands all the way down into the bottom of the pouch and get your hands and etc. dirty. So a little bit of a tip for those that haven't done this for years and years like I have. So that goes in there, and I'm going to squash that all the way down, and I'm going to put some water in. Now the water in there will be just enough for a brew for me afterwards. That's good. Now, gas stove, fairly sensible, fairly stable place there, really easy to do. Turn it on, I can hear the gas, so it's flowing great. And the little button, push it, there we go. All the way up, all the way on. Put the lid on, and there we go. And it's not overly windy, where I'm going to put a windshield around it. So in the windshield bag is the windshield. That's cool. And I also carry long handled titanium spork, plus a couple of other spoons for other people if I'm out as well. Put that back in there. I like to make sure that everything is nice and tidy. I hate leaving things lying around all the time. Probably goes back to the military. So the next thing I'm going to show you is one of these, and these are called a hot pack. I first came across these in the military. These are basically water activated. You pour water into the line, give it a twist, put your food inside, seal it, leave it. Not quite sure whether you'll be able to hear me over the cooker, so I'll probably do a voiceover anyway. So tear it off. Put the food inside. As you can see, and we're going to fill it to the water. Excuse me, Ozzy! And then we fold it over and that will start to activate. So yeah. And we just wait. So it's bubbling away, and what I've done is just turn it down to simmer for a couple of minutes. So one, I'm not wasting a huge amount of gas. Two, it doesn't need to boil over. So we're just about ready. Take this off. Well, that's still bubbling away. Grab my spoon. And what I'm going to do now is just get the heater ration pack and show you that. So turn that all the way off. So this is the heater ration pack that you can see, and the chemical reaction is producing all of that hot stuff, and basically I just leave it in there. And it will cook my meal. Ginger pudding, I think it is. Keeps it really warm. Anyway, put that there. Right, so cooker done. Take that off. Cup, Sea to Summit collapsible mug. Tea bag. Going to be hot. Put that down there. Just enough left over. Now I'm really strange when it comes to my tea. I like it really weak and black. So that's good enough. So I'm going to move that away. Put the top on. And just put that all the way down, give it a bit of insulation. And I've got my spicy vegetable rigatoni, and because I've pushed it all the way down, when I turn it and now slit it, I don't have to put my spoon all the way down, I don't have to put my hand all the way into the food. There we go. Not quite sure whether you'll be able to see that on camera, but it's nice warm, smells delicious. Spoon, and you notice I don't have to put it all the way down, just reinforcing that. Give it a good mash about. Excuse me for slurping. Very, very nice. I hate to see what the E numbers are in this, but it's just nice for breakfast. having spent 12 years in the military, one of the things that you learn is you just eat anything, anytime. Certainly when you're out in the field doing stuff like that. I really don't care what I'm going to eat for my meals as long as I'm eating the calories to get in. So what I'm going to do is finish this, have my tea, bring you back, and we'll see what pudding tastes like. So just finishing the last spoonful of this off. And it was very nice. And if you've been in the military or you've done a lot of camping, you'll know that as long as you lick your spoon clean, it's perfectly hygienic. Right, put that in there. Any other waste? That's it, put them there. Two boys are sitting nice and quietly over there. Nice cup of tea. Right, let's just move that out of the way. And here we go. That is lovely and warm. Now, these are really good heaters. It saves you having to carry cookers, etc. So I would probably carry, well, I do actually carry one of these in my emergency food ration so I can get some hot food. You do need water, or any liquid will do as far as I've been aware. Not quite sure if you want to go down the survival route and use urine. Sorry, Bear Grylls, maybe that's something you can ask and come back to me on. However, you can't drink the water out of it, so you're stuck like that. But if you need a hot meal, and more importantly, hand warmers, because these things are very, very warm, you're on. So let's just open that up. Try and take the food out. There we go, that's warm. And just to show you the chemical reaction inside, that's there. And that will continue to keep your hands warm for a considerable length of time. So, second course for breakfast, we have ginger pudding and ginger sauce. Now, just to point out, I didn't push it all the way to the end. Take that off, put it away. So, dear YouTubers, this is what happens if you don't do that. I'll show you that. Not quite sure whether you'll be able to look into it. It's just a big solid cake. So when you put your spoon in to get right the way down, you're going to start getting your hands dirty. So that's why we do it. And it's stiff as old boots. But you know what? It's food, it's warm, it's calories. And I'm really not too fussy what I eat or what it tastes like, as long as I get the nutrients that I need for whatever activity that I'm doing. Always a bonus if you find something that you do like to eat, buy it, but at the end of the day you just get the calories inside you. Anyway, I'm going to finish this off, keep my knees warm, etc., and I'll get back to you. And this is the two beady boys chasing each other round, or rather Vesper is chasing Ozzy round and round in circles. Oh, nice jump, fella. Oh. Come on, guys. It's an entirely dominance thing that these two guys are doing, by the way, so don't think it's anything serious. Vesper is the older, he's 2 years old. Ozzy is 1 year old. No, Wednesday. Boys, this way. Sand. Vesper. Vesper, come. Sand. Good boys. On the lead, because there's another dog walker there. Come on, fellas. Oh, that was another dog walker, so we're quite close to where the car park is. So I will keep these two on their lead as we go through a little bit of a muddy patch. And this again, me going to be mourning. This is what happens when you get 4x4s or quad bikes ploughing their way through. And it also looks like they've been up to a little clearing up there as well. Such a shame. Come on. That's it. Right. On the way back up the long drag in Wentwood towards the car park. So we've done a big loop. Come on, fellas, come on. Oi, Ozzy, come on. Come on. Ozzy sniffing something. Just to help you out, Ozzy is darker on the left at Vespasta. So just to help you out, Ozzy is on the left, Vespasian is on the right. Enjoying the walk so far. Breakfast was interesting but warm, which is good. Not quite sure what the temperature is. Temperature gauge is on the tent flap. Must be about 2 degrees, I think, with wind chill maybe 0. However, you just bear with me a little bit. Still keeping me insides warm, and it's still warm for the hands as well, which is good. So I'm going to call it a day because I've got some young kids, excuse me, bit of a dewdrop, young kids coming up. Looks like a dog as well, which is always a bit of a pain when I've got two bouncy beadies. Talk to you later.